Hello guys, Happy New Year and welcome back to Jedi Mantis Tastes, series in which I pick a whiskey and then we sample it. We go over some of the history of the distillery, how the whiskey's made, and I give you my feedback and my opinions to help you if you're looking for a whiskey to try. Today we are trying our first malt from the Islay region, and the one I have chosen is a Bowmore small batch. It is a bourbon cask matured whiskey. The Bowmore distillery was founded by John P. Simpson and established in 1779, which makes it the first of the 8 Islay distilleries by chronology. So it's a very old one. There's a special little interesting note. During World War II, the actual whiskey production was halted, and that was because the Bowmore distillery itself was the base of the RAF Coastal Command, and they would operate flying boats out of the loch that the distillery is situated on and use them on bombing runs on enemy U-boats. I just thought that was quite an interesting little tidbit of information for that one. That's it. It's the first Islay malt. Widely acknowledged to be among the finest and most perfectly balanced whiskies in the world. That's a bold claim. There's a little bit about the actual cask. Particular Bowmore started its journey from barley to bottle in the same way all of our whiskies do, with finest ingredients: water from the free-flowing Lagan River, and malt that has been carefully smoked in our peat-fired kiln. The spirit is then left to mature in Bowmore's legendary #1 vaults, the oldest maturation warehouse in Scotland, and the only one below sea level. It's here, deep inside Bowmore's dark, dank cellars, that our small batch distinguished itself, matured in a unique combination of both first and second fill bourbon casks, before being brought back together. The result is satisfying, complex, and richly rewarding. So this is the actual bottle itself. You can see I have had a little bit out of here because, New Year. It's a nice looking bottle. I bought this. I mentioned on one of my gaming videos I've been getting myself the Samsung Gear VR. There was a VR tour of the Bowmore distillery on there, so I had a look at that. Piqued my interest into trying a Bowmore, which I've never tried before. So yeah, it's a nice shaped bottle. It's quite dignified looking. Got all the same stuff as what's on the box really in there. It's 40% volume. Let's get started. Let's get our... Got my water. We're going to add a little bit of water to it today, just to bring it down. So it talks about the double fill of the bourbon casks. There was obviously two different types of bourbon cask, then married together. So the first fill cask, it says, adds the sweetness of vanilla, subtle spices, and it's using the bourbon oak smoke to complement the Bowmore's gentle peaty smokiness. It then goes on to the second fill cask, which adds a fresh fruity complexity, if I can get my words out, the scent of honey and the creamy malt character. They're then married together to create this golden whiskey. So yeah, let's get our Glencairn tasting glass. We'll have a little drop in there. Let's pop this back. And that's it. We want the smallest amounts of water in here just to help draw out. And that'll probably be fine. So we mentioned the peatiness. A lot of people not entirely sure what peaty means, and that is the soil that they use The peat, like peat bogs that you hear about, they're used to fuel the fires that they use to smoke the barrels and smoke the whiskey. It's quite a strong flavour, so knowing that it's quite strong, that's why I have insisted on putting a bit of water in this time, just to try and thin out that smell, because in an undiluted peaty whiskey, it can be quite dominant. So here we go. Let's get this light back on. You can see the colour of it. It's quite a warm golden colour, bit paler than some of the others we've had. Give this a slosh around and dive in with the nose. So instantly I'm hitting that smoke. You can smell the peat smoke. It's slightly sweeter. The vanilla is there, but it is very hard to distinguish that through the heat, through the peat smoke, the salty sea air that it's going to get in there as well for its location. I'm not really picking up on the spices. It is noted on different pages that the spice is cinnamon. Not quite there for me. Let's have a taste of this. Definitely getting the smoke still, even with the water in. It's almost overpowering. There's notes of citrus in there. I can pick them out just on the outskirts of the taste. And although it is sweet, it's quite salty, which again, from the sea air, from the location of the distillery, is understandable. But if you like sweet and salt, like popcorn, or salted caramel, this might be a whiskey for you to try, because it's definitely got hints of both. Now, on New Year's Eve, when I was tasting this one, or drinking it, I wasn't tasting it that night, I wasn't too fond of it. But having that drop of water in, I would suggest, if you're not keen on peaty whiskies and you maybe bought one, or someone's bought you one not knowing that it's peaty, or that you don't like the peat, I would strongly advise adding a drop of water. It just brings it down to a manageable level. It's verging on overpowering, but it's not. Leaves that smoky aftertaste. A slight hint of fruit on the tongue afterwards. Then you pick up the spices for me. I find the spices more on the afternotes. And you can taste that hint of bourbon. I will try a bit without the water, so you can see a difference in the colour. I'm not having too much, because as I say, I wasn't over keen on it. Neat, this one. So you can see the colour, slight darker. That's that warm golden colour. Still not over dark compared to some of the others we've tried. But here we go. On the nose, it's a lot. You're getting the same smells there, but they're a lot more compacted together. It's harder to denote the sweetness of the fudge, the vanilla. Even the sea air is masked by the peat. Although I would strangely say the honey is still prevalent. That one there, I did get a hint of the spice. So on the tongue, yeah, a lot thicker, a lot denser in taste. Really hard to pick out anything other than the peat smoke. Definitely for me, it needs to be thinned down with the water, or with a lemonade. A small amount of lemonade would just add a little bit more flavour to it. Anything citrus. I would maybe even go so far as to try it with a little bit of orangeade, just to bring out more citrus notes, or limeade, any of the citrus family, because it's got the citrus notes in there. Just a small drop might just be enough to release the flavours and get a little bit more out of that one. As I said, that one, I'll probably not buy that one again, because peat flavour's not really for me. But that's what we do on this channel. We'll try anything. We see what we think. Obviously, I had tried this at New Year, so I knew I wasn't over keen on the flavour. But I'm not going to stop that from bringing it to the channel, so I can give my opinions to you. So thank you for joining me today. Not too bad. Not too bad with water. Dilution is key with that one, I believe. I would say not a good starting whiskey. If you're looking to start trying whiskies, maybe not for you. But if, as I say, I think a good note there is the dilution. If you have a bottle of peaty whiskey and it's put you off, something like a Talisker, which has got that peat, or a Lafroig, which is really peaty, dilute it a little bit. Just give it that little bit of dilution, see how it goes. It might make it at least manageable, so you can finish the bottle off and you're not wasting your money, and then you can get something that you prefer. But not a bad whiskey, just not for me. And I think that will probably do it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button so you get when all my videos come out. Gaming videos start back up next week, hopefully. I want to see about getting something recorded, but it may be another week before the gaming channel starts back up fully. But there will be another whiskey video next week, so look out for that. Gaming videos, I say, might not be Monday, but should be Thursday. Don't hold me to it. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Means a lot to me if you do that. Hope you've enjoyed it. Join me next time and we will see what we bring then. Also find me on Twitter at the Jedi Mantis. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time. Bye.